Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dungeon Nytes. Hope you all are having a wonderful evening, because it's about to get interesting. Last week, our group entered the Wave Echo Cave, actually continued on through the Wave Echo Cave, and found their way to a dwarven temple. They defeated ghouls, they defeated zombies, they had to face a flaming skull twice, and have now found themselves in a situation where they're in, again, an ancient dwarven temple, 20-foot high ceilings, pillars that go from floor to ceiling, a statue of a dwarf at one end, doors at the other, guarded by a bugbear. At the foot of the statue are two bugbears flanking a drow with the staff of a spider, holding a dwarf in front of him. And this is where we pick up. Are you guys ready?
Sure.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
I don't know if I'm ready, but I guess I have to be.
Welcome. Welcome to the Wave Echo Cave. I'm so happy you've been able to make it here and join us.
I'd say that the pleasure is all mine, but I don't think it's a pleasure.
Oh, come now. Haven't we been having fun this whole time? I've been most curious about you all, how such a group of diverse individuals could come together and cause such a stir in my plans to take over this cave. Very curious about all of you. As he does that, he looks around, and this is the black spider talking. First time that you've heard his voice without a megaphone present. And he's looking, almost like he's studying your faces, your items, everything about you, with a most inquisitive look on his face.
All you need to know about us is that we're here to put it into your shenanigans.
Shenanigans? What are shenanigans?
I don't know. I heard someone say it in a tavern.
Interesting. I'll have to make a note of that for when I'm next in a tavern. Why have you come?
Mainly, we came here to save the dwarf that's, right in front of you.
Oh, this dwarf.
Yes.
Oh, he's perfectly fine and healthy, as you can see. And you look down, the dwarf is kind of hanging and just kind of swaying from side to side in kind of a weird state. Perfectly healthy, I assure you.
Should we just have him back and go?
I mean, if you would leave, I would gladly give him to you.
I mean, you could just return to the Underdark, where you belong.
Oh, I see. One of the above dwellers is with you.
Is the Underdark
We
a nice
were-
place? I've never been there.
The Underdark is a cruel and wonderful place. Loth definitely takes care of her followers well, but our time has come to return to the sun, not to be relegated to the dark.
Nah, you can go back to your hole.
Oh, come now. Isn't there enough room above for all of us?
No.
Doesn't the sun bother Drow?
Only because we've spent so much time underground. In time, we will adjust.
So we can take Nundro and leave?
Oh, is that his name? Are you sure?
Probably.
If you agree to leave, I will give him to you.
I want to roll insight on him.
Okay. What are you trying to get insight for?
I will assist.
Is he completely full of crap?
Okay, so you want to see if he's lying in him saying he will give you this dwarf and there will be no beef as long as you leave?
Yeah.
I
okay.
am offering assistance with that insight roll.
I don't think you can assist with insight
No, I'm not going to let you assist on this one.
because I rolled a 7. So
You
have no
perceive that he's
idea.
telling you the truth. He seems to be genuine in the way that he's communicating with you.
can I also make an insight check on Nundro? I'm assuming that's Nundro to see if I can figure out what kind of state he's in.
Sure.
That's much better. I got a 22.
Okay. So from where you're standing, you can see that this dwarf, who you assume to be Nundro, because what other dwarfs are expected to be in this cave, seems to have adventuring gear on, and head seems to be kind of slightly hanging towards the ground, and as they sway back and forth, they appear to be in some type of a kind of a, I want to say catatonic, that's not the right word. It's more of a like a slightly sedated state, but you can't see any markings on him of any abuse or anything. His clothes seem fine, his face and everything seems to be 100% healthy.
Okay.
Leif takes a step forward. So you give us him. We go. And we're good?
As long as you promise not to interfere anymore with my workings in the cave, absolutely.
I don't think that's going to work out because our employer has laid claim to this cave.
Is it really right for anyone to lay claim to the cave? I'm merely here to study its wonders and discover more about its inherent magic, which you no doubt have encountered on your way to the temple. I've stationed many guards in between here to keep various undead things away.
If you were here to just study the cave, then you wouldn't have tried to interfere with us coming in,
Also,
which you very much did.
It also was a
So
bad
I'm
dwarf.
just curious there. Why try to stop us? If you're just here to study it, then you shouldn't have any issue with anybody else being here, right?
Particularly people in town and others are not too kind to people of my race. It felt
that's
appropriate
what
to
happens
take.
when you start by killing
mean,
them.
Yeah, don't you think that like maybe if you
Listen,
your people have a penchant for
recruited-
raiding the surface.
I
So
recruited a number of goblins sympathetic to my cause to try and secure the area around the cave so that I would not be interrupted. And orcs showed up. They had to be dealt with. And apparently, your aiding in their efforts has now led you here. So, if we want to talk about interfering in one's plans and effectively causing harm, I have just as much grievance with you attacking those that were under my employ as you do with mine.
oh, like the red brands that were harassing a town and holding them under hostage, right?
Oh,
No, you're at fault here, sir. You just need to take ownership of it and leave.
I will certainly take ownership of all that is my doing. I did recruit one rather lonely and undervalued wizard and gave him a chance to be something more. It was on him to how he delegated the events going on in that town. I take no interest. I just wanted to ensure that we would not be bothered and that no one would find this cave. There were this individual and his siblings that were making very concerted efforts to find this place, and I merely wanted to have that stopped.
So here again is you interfering with other people. Like you're not being fair with your own words.
Oh, I'm being more than fair.
So I think the deal will be that either you can leave or we're gonna make you leave in one way or another.
Or we could just take Nundro and leave.
Yeah, we're beyond that point.
Leif just kind of puts his hands up in a shrug while looking at the spider.
What's the spider wearing?
So he's wearing kind of black mage's robes with kind of black leather kind of pauldrons, very thin, looks like light armor almost, kind of wrapping around his shoulders and around his midsection. Again, has what you can see is looks like a very light, almost a braided material or woven, maybe a heavy woven kind of shirt go down and covering his arms. And just again, dark slacks and fairly regular looking boots, but you do clearly see a very ornate looking staff in his right hand that has a very large black spider adorned at the top of it.
Is there anybody else in this room besides him and Nundro?
So there are a bugbear apiece flanking him, so one to his right and his left, and there is also a bugbear at the opposite end of the. Oh, pardon me. There's a bugbear at the opposite end of the hall that is kind of guarding the door.
Okay. Look, Mr. Spider person,
Please call me Nesna.
Nesnar. I don't know how important your name is going to be in a little bit here, but we've gone through most of the minions that you've sent to try and stop us on our progress. We've undone your machinations in the town of Phandelver. We've released some of the people that you have terrorized in Neverwinter. Your support and power is crumbling under you, and your last-ditch effort is to try and make a final stand here in this cave. You're about as screwed as a person can be, and you're mincing words and trying to tell us that we're the problem. The amount of pain and hurt that you've caused in this region would have immediately resulted in your death had any authorities caught you. But now we're here. And you can either give us Nundro and go back to the dark pit which spawned you, or we'll send you there presently. I'm going to make an intimidate check.
Yeah, give me an intimidation check.
Son of a bitch.
Well, I was going to say, could I assist him in that with my largeness? But no.
No.
I rolled a 2, so that's a 9.
Nesnar leans back slightly, takes a deep breath, closes his eyes, when he opens them again, the expression on his face brings new intensity. What do you know of pain? What do you know of suffering? Suffering I've caused? Think of all the suffering, the highborn, the wood elves. I see your pointy tips. You're one of them too. Have caused the drow, forcing us into the Underdark, keeping us from your precious sunlight, only to tell me that we've done something wrong, being driven from our homes into caves, dealing with horrible, unspeakable monsters. Without Loth's help, we would have died out as a people. A true genocide committed by all you in the light, and I'm the one that has caused pain. I'm the one that has caused suffering. If anything, I'm coming to reclaim our place in the light, and whether that is peaceful or not, this is certainly not my last stand.
Your words are meaningless. The drow turned their backs on the light long before they were banished in the darkness.
You do serve an evil queen, God. Yes. So
Evil. Is there really good and evil, or is there only intent? There is intent to rule and intent to make others subservient, while we share no intent of making the rest of the world subservient. You are constantly
I think
keeping
that's exactly what
others
you do.
down. Loth was
Your
banished
actions-
from her kingdom, and so were we.
your actions speak a lot louder than your words.
My actions are to reclaim magic once lost to this kingdom, and to use it to help my people.
From this cave that has been claimed rightfully by Gundren and his brothers, whom you have already slain one of, and now hold another in your spell. I don't want to hear any more of your drivel.
You want
Give
this
us back
one
Gundren,
so
or
bad.
give us back Nundro, and return to your hole, or we will send you there now. You have 3 seconds.
I'll take a step forward as he says that and pull my axe.
I'm just gonna
You
ready my bow
want
and aim at
this
him.
one so badly. And he raises his hand over the dwarf's head and motions towards you, and he starts walking towards you.
Leif goes up to meet him to like make sure he's okay.
All right, so you would meet him kind of in the halfway point. And as you get to him, he kind of is released from this spell and looks up. What's happening? What's happening? Where am I? Where am I? And he looks at you, Leif, super confused.
Hey, Nundro, you've been under a spell. We need to get you out of here. Need to see your brother Gundren. Let's go. And he tries
Gundren.
to like shuffle him.
Where is he? Take me to him.
Yep, that's
Who
where we're
are all
going.
these people?
This is the friendly drow man who let you go, who also put you under the spell. But we should go. Apparently you guys can't work together in this cave, so
And you walk back to the rest of the party. Take
And,
him and leave this place and leave me to my research.
I don't think you heard me.
I don't think you heard me. You come
I
in
heard
here
you.
thinking
I've
that
heard
you can make
spout
demands.
lies and drivel, going on and on about how you mean nothing, but you want to do your research. That's total horse crap. Get out of here, or we're fighting right now.
Leif kind of pushes Nundro a little bit closer to like
To
Asteria.
back.
And yeah, and then kind of like looks at Nesnar and then at Ashin and Bamir. Can't the Nesnar and the dwarves work together in the cave? Maybe.
Ashin's just gonna give Leif a look,
Like, I don't have this hatred
and
of
it's
Drow.
not the polite look.
I don't understand or have this hatred of Drow, so
They can't even work together peacefully.
You're not a student of history, I'm guessing.
I don't just know that much about Drow.
Basically, our crash course. My people, his people, war forever.
That sounds kind of counterproductive.
The mark on your arm, Ashin, starts to glow. And you can feel the heat resonating through your bracers. You don't feel more than that, but you feel that. As your emotions rise, so does the mark.
I'm just gonna look back at Nesnar. So, there's no other options here. Either you leave, or you die.
You have what you came for.
We're done talking.
Leave.
I mean, you let him go.
No.
I'm raising my bow,
Why would
and
we let him
I'm aiming
go?
at Nesnar.
No. He let Nundro go. We can go.
You're
We were
supposed
sent to reclaim the
You're
cave.
supposed to bring him
That's
back
what we'll do.
and, bring him to justice and clear out the cave. Did you forget about that, or?
I mean, he seemed to be kind of nice.
Huh?
I mean, he let Nundro go. Maybe they could work together in the cave.
After he killed his brother?
Did he
Yeah,
kill his brother?
Do
He's
you not
not-
remember the spiders that ambushed us in the orc camp?
True, but they were just trying to capture Gundren.
The
I kill
Red
him.
Brands?
Okay.
Yeah, the
Are
red
you
brands
right?
are bad.
Our employer. Yeah, the red
But he
brands
said-
are bad. The
said-
spider is bad. Like, we've been after this guy for
But
how
he did
long
say-
now? This
He
is
did say
that guy.
Yarno
This
was
is
the
this.
one who had control over that, not him.
As you're
Who do
talking
you
back
think was
and
influencing
forth,
him? No, it's time to fight.
as you're talking back and forth amongst each other, you feel energy flow into the room,
Oh no.
and then Nesnar disappears.
Oh,
And
now
Bamir,
what?
it's your turn.
Can I roll perception to see if I could hear him move? Or did I hear him move?
Sure.
I got a 20.
You heard the casting of the spell, and then you heard some footsteps, but from the kind of the upper left portion of the room.
So not from Nesnar.
Could be from Nesnar,
Okay.
but that's where you heard footsteps from.
I am going to cast Fairy Fire. I'm going to cast it in the 20-foot cube that includes the top left corner of the room where I heard the footsteps.
Okay.
So anybody in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. The DC is 14.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And anything or anyone that fails affords advantage to anybody that attacks
Targets them,
it.
right?
Huh?
Yeah, to
Yeah.
anybody that attacks it, correct?
Yes, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible.
Okay. If they fail, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you cast fairy fire to the corner of the room, and as you do so, the bugbear in that square illuminates and starts radiating color around its body. And you see up high in the upper left-hand corner of the room the outline of a spider's legs shimmering with light that was previously hidden from view. But that's it.
Oh, good.
Would you have any other actions to take?
I do not.
Okay.
Actually,
That's-
I'll move up behind the pillar that's next to. Actually, I'll move back behind the pillar that's behind me, or between. Yeah.
the one that's kind of to the south.
Yeah.
Okay. As you do, you hear a chittering above you.
Oh, good. There's more. There's more spiders than that one, guys.
And you look up above you to see a giant spider hanging off of the ceiling. And it goes to shoot a web at you. That is a 20 to hit.
Yep.
So you are now restrained.
Oof.
And that is its turn. Godoruk, you're up.
I'm gonna rush forward to one of the bugbear or one of the enemies that were bordering where the spider was, and attempt to hit him with a great axe.
Okay.
Actually, can I get in between, almost in between them, to where I can reach both of them?
You absolutely can. You have that much movement.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
And I'll swing at the right one first. That'll be a 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
And 17 damage.
Okay.
And then I'll take an extra attack and swing at him again if he hasn't went down. That will be a nat 20. I will take that.
Let's go.
So damage. Nice. $31 damage.
As you rush the bugbears, you take your axe and slash through its stomach, switch hands on your way back through, and cleave its head straight off. And that bugbear is dead.
I will then target the next one with another attack. 17 to hit.
That will hit.
That is 22 damage.
In following through after you cut the head clean off that bugbear, you take your axe and continue swinging and have it straight into the chest of the second bugbear and pull it out, causing blood to just start streaming down its chest. And it's... And he's still standing, but he's looking rough.
And I shall take another attack.
What? How much damage was that first one?
22.
22. That's right. Okay, thank you.
And that is 18 to hit, so
That'll hit.
that'll be 22 more damage.
And as you pull that axe back, you come up, swing straight into the chest again, forming an X. And as he was growling back at you, and he stops mid-growl, and falls down dead.
And that will be my turn.
Ashin.
I'm gonna turn around and look up at the spider that has Bimir restrained, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark, and I'm going to then attack it. And that's a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's 17 damage. And then I'm going to use my Gloomstalker ability to fire again. That's 27 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's 24 damage.
As you see the spider web Bamir, you turn, aim high, 2 arrows, and the spider releases and falls right next to Bamir. Dead.
Ugh.
That last bugbear, is he alive or dead?
Oh, he's dead.
Or
The one by
so
the door?
One
No,
by
the
the door.
two by Goderic.
They're
are
dead.
Oh,
right?
they're dead.
Yeah, they're both dead.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the bugbear by the door, and I'm going to fire at him.
Okay.
That's a 26 to hit
Oh, that'll hit.
for 12 damage.
Takes the arrow straight in the shoulder, breaks it off.
And then I'm gonna move to the square to the left of where I'm at,
So basically the middle of the room.
and that'll be my turn.
All right. Let's see. As you move to the center of the room, another spider makes itself known. And attempts to hit you with a web. That is a 15 to hit.
I have a 15 for my armor class.
As it spews its web towards you, you are now restrained in the center of the room. And another spider makes itself present on the opposite side of the room and attempts to target Leif. That is a 24 to hit.
What's the range on that spider
yeah,
shoot?
30 to 60.
How big are the squares?
10 feet.
10 feet. It's 30 feet.
Make it.
Leif, is that hit?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's over 20.
20 to 24.
Listen. See web shoot across the room and cover your feet and lower torso, and web sticking you in place, and you are also restrained.
Good thing you have a sword.
And Leif, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm just double checking the restraint thing. Okay, so I can still attack.
You can still attack. You're just
Do I have to make a saving throw?
you need to make a DC 12 strength check. If you
Okay.
do, then you break out of the restraint.
Got it. Do I make that at the end of my turn?
No,
That's an action.
it's an action.
Okay. I'll just do that then. And I got a 12.
That's the DC.
I got a 13 minus a 1.
As you get webbed, you're looking down at your feet. You strain against the webs, and you're able to free yourself as they fall to the floor, and you have now restored your movement.
Okay. Leif literally just get how wide is the hallway and how tall is it behind him?
What do you mean?
The hallway behind us?
So the hallway leading into the room is only 10 feet high.
Okay.
The actual height of the temple itself is 20 feet high.
Okay. And it's like 10 feet wide as well.
Yes.
Leif just backs up, basically putting himself between Nundro and any danger.
Okay. So you're going to kind of put yourself in the area next to Asteria and Droop?
Yep.
Okay. Another spider makes itself known and attempts to hit Asteria, but is going to miss. You see webbing fly right next to your feet, Asteria. And it's your turn.
As my bonus action, she's gonna wild shape into bear form,
Murder bear.
murder bear, and she's gonna attempt to murder the spider that missed.
So that spider's still 20 feet up in the air.
So what's the?
There's a bugbear by the door.
There's a bugbear by
Where is-
the door.
Isn't there still a spider on the other side of us? That one doesn't have a skull on it.
There are.
They're like up on the ceiling or whatever.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, then she'll go attack the bugbear by the door. It's within range.
Sure.
Let's just write this down on my sheet. I've never. 17. To hit.
Okay. That'll
And then
hit.
She's gonna multi attack.
Nice. Let's go.
Gotta roll to hit both.
I know. Okay, and the second one is 16.
That'll hit. Exactly.
Okay. The bite is 11. And the claw attack is 12.
As you charge this bugbear in big green dire bear form, you see the terror on his face. Right as you bite into his neck and dig your claws deep into his side, raising him into the air and pummeling him onto the ground. And as you release your jaws, blood spews forth from the bite mark, and he doesn't move because he's dead.
She murder bear.
Murder
Guard
bear.
the door, murder bear.
Murder.
Nobody
Yay.
leaves.
That's actually a great strategy. So I'll just say you can use your remaining movement to position yourself in front of the door.
Okay.
Perfect. As Leif, you back yourself up to the door, you hear something behind you. You hear the sound of shifting and changing. And you, being a changeling, know this sound well because it's the sound that you make when your form shifts. And as you peek over your shoulder, you see the form of a doppelganger. And he goes to attack you.
Just to clarify, there's no longer a Nundro there, is there?
There is no longer a Nundro there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is a... That is a 23 to hit, which I'm assuming hits. And then a 10 to hit.
Okay, yep. So wait, 34?
Hmm?
You say it's 34 to hit?
No, I said 24 to hit the first time, and then I said a 10 to hit the second time.
Okay, well, the first one hits.
Okay.
It's a melee attack, right?
It is a melee attack.
Ooh. Okay.
And as you are caught off guard, you get hit in the ribs with one of its hands for 9 damage. And the second attack coming from its other hand, you manage to just get out of the way of.
Okay. The doppelganger also takes 5 cold damage from armor of Agathis.
Ooh, very nice. Okay. Got it. At that moment, you hear from the corner of Godoruk as another spider appears. And with a... That'd be a 14 to hit.
It hits.
Spews you with web, restraining you in place. Droop, seeing this dwarf transform into a weird creature and hitting Leif, rolls a natural 20.
Mm.
Oh, Drew!
Rolls a natural 20.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
It's
Oh.
the
Paladin time.
hell.
The paladin comes out.
Oh my god.
If only.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
If only.
Radiant rays of light infuse. Just
And you roll max damage. Oh my god, I can't. And he takes his stick. No hit friend. And just clocks this doppelganger straight where the junk would be. And the doppelganger kind of doubles in on itself as it takes 14 points of damage from his staff. Let's go, Drew. Let's go, baby.
That's my buddy.
Oh,
Yep. Droop is our goblin tagalong.
He's our mascot, actually.
Yeah.
well done,
Body
Drew.
trained him.
Well done.
The
As
paladin
you-
that doesn't know he's a paladin yet.
As chaos ensues throughout the room, Godoruk, you see a light begin to form. You see a light begin to form in the corner, kind of catty corner from you to the left. And as you turn to look, you see that it forms 3 orbs midair. And they all seem to take shape of pointed objects that fly towards you. Is it 18 to hit?
That hits.
10 to hit?
10 to hit?
Yep.
Does not hit.
And then a 22 to hit.
That hurts.
And you... take... oh, nope.
Godoruk used all of his rages, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Nice.
You will take
I'll be fine.
these lights. One flies by your head, the other one fly into your chest. You take 6 force damage.
See, I'm fine, guys.
Magic missile.
Bamir, it's your turn.
Bamir is going to try again.
So if the spider's dead, is he still restrained, or is he released from that restraint because the spider died?
The web is its own
Goes
entity.
around him.
Okay. Bamir is going. You said that the lights came from the space around, like, where I cast Fairy Fire last time.
Yep.
I'm going to cast the same thing there again.
Okay.
So he's got to make a dexterity save again. DC 14.
That is a... You said Dex?
Yep.
Rolls a 15.
Damn. Oh, wait. Hold on. Can I use that?
Guys, is the
I
D&D
saw it.
Beyond extension up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure, because it's not on my stream preview.
Doesn't Bamir still have inspiration? Doesn't help with this.
That doesn't help with the saving
No,
throw.
it doesn't.
That's right.
I was looking to see if I could use cutting words to knock that down, but I can't use it on saves.
Oh.
Okay. Well, everything else in that area gets it again, but I don't think there's anything else that.
The
Well, I guess
spider
the spider.
redoubles
The spider
with
would
light.
have to make the. Huh?
It redoubles with light.
Did it fail to save too?
I mean, you got a 16, but I mean, it's still lit up. It's not like you.
It is. It's concentration, so it doesn't stay lit up.
Oh. Okay.
Cast it again.
So
Yeah.
that spider, I guess, is no longer glowing. I didn't realize that it was concentration.
Yep.
But you can see the spider from where it was. It just doesn't
Yeah.
get advantage on attacks like it did previously. Is that your turn, Bermuda? You got anything else?
Well, I can't really move because I'm still restrained.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's it.
Okay. Godorek, you continue to kind of see things move in your area as the spider that was in the top left corner moves your direction, crawling on the ceiling and slowly lowering its way down to you by its thread, and will go to bite you. That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
You need to make a Constitution save for me.
17.
That makes it. So you take... I'm doing actual rolls because I think that's only fair at this point. 5 piercing damage.
Yeah.
And an additional... four poison damage.
Right.
And now this spider is hanging above you. And it's your turn.
I'm gonna swing at it with my great axe, and that will be a 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
And 24 damage.
As this thing bites you, you take your axe, still restrained, and hurl it above your head, hitting this thing right on the top of its head, causing a massive incision that starts pouring green blood all over your body. But it's not
Extra
dead yet.
attack. I'm swinging again. 19, and
That'll
that
hit.
is.
You're rolling with disadvantage, right?
I am not.
You're restrained.
Because you are restrained, yes. You should be rolling with disadvantage.
We'll roll that with disadvantage. Yeah.
Re-roll the first one.
You can call the 19 the second roll on the first one.
That's fine.
Just roll twice more.
Yep. Yeah, we'll give you the first attack. Just roll with disadvantage on the second one.
14 with disadvantage.
That is exactly the creature's AC. Go for it.
Okay. And that will be 15 damage.
As you once again restrain, try and hack again by hitting over your head, behind your head, once again hitting this thing in its head, drive deeper into its skull, cracking it open and causing it to die. It loses its grip on its head and falls on top of you and behind you, luckily not dealing you any more damage, but providing an impact nonetheless. and it's now dead on the floor behind you.
I will.
You have an extra attack now, right?
Yes, actually, I
So-
have 2.
You have 2?
Since I killed it, I can attack again, and then I can use extra attack.
So how many attacks do you have total now? 3?
Anytime I take an attack action on my turn, I can use an extra attack. And anytime I kill something, I can use another attack.
So 2 attacks plus any extra he gets from killing something.
Right. So you took 2 attacks and killed something, so now you get 1 extra attack.
And if he kills
Maybe I
something with that
understood
one,
that wrong.
if he kills something with that one, he'd get another one. It's a chain.
Yeah, it's anytime.
It is a
Anytime
chain.
I use an
okay.
attack action, I can attack again. So since this is a new attack, don't I get another
No.
extra attack with that?
No, you get an
Oh.
extra attack.
Okay,
not a
that's
base
fine.
attack.
So you
All right.
only
It
get
doesn't
the
call
extra.
it an action. That's why I was.
So
but I've been
each
killing things. I haven't
so
had to
you
use it yet.
you have 2 attacks, right? So you have 2 attacks, and you are able to use hits. So like the first time, again, we'll ignore the bugbears because that was just cool as shit. But you basically, when you get an action and you swing, that's your action, right? Then you take the second action and you killed it. So now you get a bonus action to attack again.
Yes, and then if I roll in that 20, I can attack again as well. So it chains 35
Yes.
different ways.
Sure, but
But
yes. So
Okay.
so you can take 1 extra attack right now. You're still restrained. You can choose to attack the webs that are
Yes.
restraining you, or you can attack another creature with a ranged attack.
yeah. Don't think I have.
You should free yourself from restraint.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'll attack the webs on me
Okay,
with
roll to
a 14 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll for
and
damage.
6 damage.
That is just.
I'm sorry,
enough to-
9 damage.
I was going to say
plus
that
3.
is almost just enough to break the web. So as you see this spider drop behind you, you look down at your lower half and begin to hack away with your axe at the webs until you are freed. And then that is your turn. Ashin.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to move my hunter's mark to the doppelganger.
Okay.
And I'm gonna attack him, and that is a 17 to hit. That's at disadvantage.
That'll hit.
That's 17 damage.
Okay.
And that's second. My extra attack is 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that's for 13 damage.
As you turn, you bring 2 arrows both right into the chest of the doppelganger. It staggers and brings itself back to composure. It's breathing very heavy, and black blood is dripping from each of the arrow marks. Okay. Is that the rest? Is that all you have on your turn?
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. You hear the sound of spiders moving above you. And you look up to see that one of the spiders has positioned itself over your head and begins to lower itself onto your position. and rolls a natural 20 to bite you.
Miss.
If only. That is going to be +3. So that's 10 piercing damage, and you need to give me a Constitution save.
How much piercing damage?
10.
$15?
Sorry? Oh, the roll 15? All right, so then you're going to take an additional 8 poison damage, making the save. Then Asteria, as you look up, you'll see that a spider has also maneuvered over top of Murder Bear. And that is a 17 to hit.
Yes.
And you are going to take 5 piercing damage. And then I need you to make a Constitution save.
Bear. 13.
That makes... And you're going to take 2 poison damage.
So I take 7.
7 total damage, correct.
Okay.
Leif, it is your turn.
Leif looks at the doppelganger in front of him and says, "Sorry, friend," and casts Hex as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And then casts Ray of Frost for 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. And takes 12 frost damage and then 5 necrotic from Hex.
As you cast Ray of Frost, you see before it even reaches his body start to sink in on itself from the necrotic damage, his form almost disintegrating before your eyes as the frost hits it and freezes that state in place. His entire body turns into one sheet of ice, and you see it crack. And he's frozen in place, dead.
Leif basically just stays where he's at.
Are you restrained or no?
No, I used my action.
That's right, you
last
broke
turn.
through that one. Okay. Go to Rook. Once again, you hear the sound of a spider moving towards you. And this time, it jumps to the ground next to you and goes to bite you. A natural 1. And as it reaches out to get you with its mandibles, you're able to just move away, now being unrestrained. And it hisses at you. Murder Bear.
Puny insect.
That spider within range for me to attack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It bit you. Oh, yeah. It's right above your head.
We'll do that. I'll do the multi-attack again. Just murder dice. Is a 16 and a 17.
Those will both hit.
$11 for the bite
Okay.
and 10 for the claws.
As you see this spider above your head, you raise up to your back legs and bite straight into its face, ripping out some of its eyes and then slashing at it ferociously, carving deep into its flesh as green oozy blood starts to pour from its face, and you hear it in pain. And it starts to shake, but it stays where it is. Do you have any other actions?
No, I do not. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. The last spider hanging next to Leif and Droop goes down to bite Droop. With a 15 to hit, and that will hit.
I'm gonna use cutting words on the spider.
Okay.
So basically, I get to roll a d8 and subtract that from the spider's attack roll.
You able to just use that anywhere?
It's a reaction, right?
As a reaction.
Did you cue that?
You don't have to.
Doesn't have to. It's a reaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
But
like
can't you only use
opportunity attack.
reactions on your turn?
No,
No, you can use reactions whenever.
you can only use reactions when it's not your turn.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead.
Think of it like an opportunity attack.
No, you're
Yeah.
fine.
I will roll a d8.
Okay.
7.
5, so he got a 10 to attack Droop.
Got a 10 to attack Droop.
What a miss!
And as he goes down to bite, Droop, being smart, ducks out of the way. And then, being Droop's turn, he takes his staff and goes to whack at the spider that just tried to bite him. And he'll hit. Let's go, Droop. For 4 damage, he takes his stick, his staff, and whacks it straight in one of the eyes. For 4 damage. And he kind of makes his, well, he has to stay where he is. Kind of just prepares himself for what comes next. Godric, as you look around for the next part of your fight, you once again see 3 lights appear and hover in the air next to you. And they start to make their way towards you again. First one is a 22 to hit,
Hits.
then a 19 to hit,
That hits.
and a natural 20.
Oh, that hurts.
So
Not
that
Roll
was-
that
It's just
D4.
It's just magic missile. Doesn't hurt that much.
So, give me 1 second here while I roll these.
The max damage would be 16, and I only have 26, so that would put me fairly low.
The first one hits you for 5 damage, bursting into your chest.
4d4 plus 1.
Oh,
D4 plus 1.
yeah.
The next one hits you for 3 damage, blowing into your other shoulder. And the last one hits you for 10 damage, right in the chest.
Esnar has a +1. Okay.
So attacking doesn't drop his invisibility.
It should.
It might be a thing for the. I don't remember if there's.
Typically,
Something
invisibility
for that.
breaks.
It's the-
when
It does.
casting spell
It
or
does
attacking.
break. You're right. So it does break.
I just thought you were homebrewing some awesome invisibility.
Same.
No, I was not homebrewing some awesome visibility. That was a good catch. I'm sorry.
I thought maybe he had a perk himself. I don't.
And you see him maneuver. You see him stay kind of right where he is in that space.
Hot.
You can maintain concentration through casting other spells. You just can't cast 2 concentration spells at a time.
Correct. Okay.
That's something different for 5th ed.
Yeah, it says the spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. So
Yep.
he
Good.
is now visible.
Fun.
And go to Bamir. It's your turn.
Okay, since he is visible, does he have? I don't suppose he has any metal on him, does he?
He does not.
That I can see. Damn. I am going to cast. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers. The spider that is attacking Ashim.
Okay.
So he needs to make a wisdom save. As Bamir kind of whispers into the palm of his hand and then throws it out towards the spider.
The spider is not very wise. It
So he fails.
Correct.
And he will take 10 damage and must immediately use his reaction to move as far away from me as its speed allows.
Okay. So 10 damage. As
Wait, does that mean that I get an opportunity attack on it?
No,
Because it's moving out of my melee range.
it's forced movement.
Does that matter?
Yes.
Yep. So as you see the spider start to shake, and then it is blown clear across the room. And it now, as it flies through the air and rights itself, lands on the floor, unaware of what the hell just happened to it. It's seriously pissed. Did not like that at all. Any other actions, Bamir?
No,
Okay. Go to It's your turn.
I am still restrained.
I will move up to attack Nesnar.
Okay.
Nesnar? Yeah, Nesnar. Yeah. And that will be a. I'm gonna kill this guy right now. Nat 20. 26 is gonna hurt.
Well,
So-
actually, I think you would take an opportunity attack,
Hold on.
but
So-
you don't have a melee weapon ready.
I can punch it.
So here's a problem in I don't know how this works. So you got a nat 20,
Mm-hmm.
but he has a potential reaction, right?
Okay.
4?
There's also the opportunity attack with a spider next to Odorous,
No,
right?
it's dead.
No,
Is it
it's
dead? I
dead.
can't tell.
Is it? I thought it was dead.
It's dead.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So how would that work?
What would he have a potential reaction for?
Cast
You-
shield?
Yeah, you can cast this
You
reaction.
Just cast
He
shield,
He could cast shield, but the 20 is an automatic hit, so it's not.
regardless.
Right, but then he still has a shield. I don't know. Is that
Shield gives him what, a +5?
yes?
You can okay.
So what's his
you can
AC after
cast-
that?
Well, I'm questioning. I'm asking.
You can
for sake of
cast
argument.
shield as a reaction, right? So
Correct.
he can spend his reaction to cast shield, and it'll stay up for the rest of the round until the beginning of his next turn.
Right.
So even if he does,
Take damage.
the
from
20 will still hit him because it's a critical,
but the shield.
but
will
he'll
still
still
be there.
have the AC bonus. But
Okay.
it just doesn't make a lot of sense to cast it until it can prevent damage from an attack
100%.
because he's not, you
Right.
know.
I got you. Okay. Go ahead.
So he takes.
Thank you
Is
for
this
that
lethal
because
or
I was like,
non-lethal?
huh?
Of course, I roll a 1 in there.
Ooh, that's a good question too.
So he takes 23 damage on that one,
Okay.
and I'll use extra attack, and that'll be 19 to hit,
That'll hit.
and that is D&D Beyond the Word, only 14 damage.
Okay. As
Did you
you-
cast shield?
No.
Okay.
No. Did not cast shield. As you swipe twice with your axe, it cuts across his chest and across his stomach, causing him to recoil in pain as he starts bleeding. But he's still standing. Ashin.
I'm gonna use my action to break free.
Okay.
What was the DC?
What's your roll?
I rolled a 14.
That'll break free.
Okay, and I'm gonna move into the corner behind Bamir.
Okay. All right. The spider that got force pushed through the room is now going to move to attack you, Godoruk. move you.
So,
And it gets a 22 to hit.
that hits.
All right, and then apologies, I have too many windows open. You will take 9 damage from the bite, and you need to give me a save.
Nah, he just went to sleep.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if I'm down.
Nope. You are sleeping, sir.
Well, it could matter. This is the condition.
It could matter. Yeah, give me
Oh,
a
okay.
Constitution save.
Well, con save is. Do I roll that with disadvantage or anything?
Nope. Just roll.
No. 20.
You save the con save, so you are not poisoned or paralyzed. You are down.
Do I have to wait till my turn to use Relentless Endurance? Actually, I'm going to hold on to it anyway, because whole turns will get killed again.
Do you have to what?
I have Relentless Endurance whenever I'm reduced to 0 HP but not killed. I can drop to 1 HP instead.
Oh, it was trying to kill you. You're making death saves, brother.
I'm making death saves.
Asteria, the spider that you so I'm just trying to count for my spiders. Yep, okay. There we go. The spider hanging over you yeah, I feel like I somehow lost a spider. I don't know how that's possible. That's okay. The spider that's hanging over you.
Nah, they're just dead.
A lot of dead spiders.
Yeah,
There's a spider over Godoruk, there's a spider next to Hysteria, and there's a spider next to Droop.
I know, but there's supposed to be an extra spider. I don't know why. So it's fine. Somehow there's a spider that I missed. I don't know how. Or I could
No, I don't think that spider that was to the right of me was dead.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
I don't
I don't
think
think it
so.
is. I don't
Because
think
I thought
it
it
is.
bit and then you didn't
There's
attack.
there's
Yeah,
a lot of
That's right. You asked if it was dead, and I thought it was. It's not. So it's still alive. That's the one.
well,
okay.
it's got the skull and crossbow on it though.
No,
He
I
added
think
that
we were
after I
seeing
asked.
the
I
one
added that
as an error.
I think we were seeing the one from the bugbear that's over
Correct.
it. And then I was like on top of that as well, so we just thought it was dead.
I was
Right.
just saying there was two skull and crossbows there.
He
so
added that
thought it was
after
I
I
dead.
Yeah.
added that
Yeah.
after they asked. Yeah,
Oh.
I added after you asked. That's why I was confused. I was
It was a
like,
mistake.
I still have more
Yep.
thingies.
Good.
All right. So this
Found extra.
this spider crawls up the wall and then kind of back onto the ceiling. And is
Well,
kind
that's
of
gotta be
on
its
the
movement.
ceiling now. Yep, it's its movement. And it's going to
How much
stay
movement
there.
does it have?
30 feet.
So it can't even get up on the ceiling because you said the wall it was 20 feet high
It's on
ceilings.
the wall, right? So it's on the wall.
Yeah.
I climb the wall.
Leif. That's not the one hanging over your Assyria. I'm sorry. That was that one.
Oh, okay.
So I would like to use my bonus action to transfer Hex over to the one over by Godoruk, the spider.
Okay.
And then I would like to cast Ice Knife and twin it. And I have to cast it second level to twin it as we agreed.
Okay.
There we go. And I'll be attacking. The spiders in front of us are within 5 feet of each other, right?
Yes.
The two. Okay, cool. So I'll be shooting one ice knife at the one front, and then I'll be shooting the other ice knife to the one over by Godric.
Okay.
Just remember that Droop is adjacent to the one
Yep.
that's near you,
Correct.
so he'd take damage.
And I mean, if he takes damage, if he fails the dex save, he's
Yep.
a goblin. So,
Yeah.
and the spider by Godorok has disadvantage on dexterity saves.
Because
From
of the
hex.
hex. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Let's roll.
Okay.
So the one in front of us is 23 to hit,
That'll hit.
and then the one over by Godorok is a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, and then
The one by Godoruk made
Mhm.
his save with a 17. The one in front of you failed with a 7.
Did you do the
and then
one by
you do-
Godorok with a disadvantage?
Yes. It got a
And then
20
did-
and a 17.
and the spider behind the one in front of us.
Oh,
Droop.
that's right. That has to make the save
Andrew.
as well. The one behind the spider in front of you got a 20 and a 19. And for Droop, he gets an 11 plus, what's your dex, Droop? Plus 3, so 14.
Okay, well, Drew fails.
Oh, shit.
Um,
Well, he
and then-
Droop doesn't have disadvantage, though, right?
no,
No, not
So
the only
disadvantage.
one who has disadvantage is the
No,
one
so
by
Droop,
Godorok.
so Droop makes it. Sorry.
Okay.
I rolled with disadvantage, and I'm making a DM intervention. Droop makes it with a 22.
So they take the ones that are taking the cold damage.
Yep.
From the explosion are taking roll
Which is just the one in front of you.
whichever one's failed it.
Well, yeah, just the one in front of you failed it.
Okay. Takes an 11.
Okay.
Would I get hit by that since he hit the
It doesn't
No.
spider?
matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Nope.
Okay. Fine.
And then the spider by Godorok takes 9 damage from Ice Knife, plus another 5, so 14 damage for necrotic as well.
How does? Oh, because of the hex.
That one's hexed. And then the
Right.
the one
So the one in
right
front,
in front
of
of
you.
me takes 6.
So the one in front of you takes a total of 17.
It was 11 and 6, yeah, 17. And then the other one takes a total of 14.
The other one takes a total of 14.
It does matter because if Godoruk takes damage, it's an automatic death save failure.
Oh, that's right.
Oof.
Yeah.
Godorok makes a dex save.
Thanks.
Godoruk doesn't have a dex save.
Because
So
Godoruk's
he
down.
took damage.
What
So
are the
Godoruk took-
fleet?
down a death save.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, he takes damage. That's right. Yeah, cool.
So
Yep.
as you conjure these two icy knives in your hands and grip them, you fling one across the room that sticks into the rear abdomen of the spider, and it, as it sticks in, you can see frost start to overtake the back side of it, and then its body start to wither from necrotic damage. And as you throw the other one at the spider directly in front of you, it explodes with icy shards all around you, luckily missing you and Droop. But both spiders are still alive. Looking horrible.
And then Leif would like to move.
Okay.
Is the
I-
doppelganger
He's done.
sleeping? He's dead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's frozen
dead.
the
Sorry,
time.
I'll add a little. He's done. He's a frozen statue right now.
Oh, cool.
And
Sweet.
if I move out of range of the spider, I get an opportunity attack, right?
You're
you
not
within 5
in
feet of it?
range of the spider.
Okay, cool.
Droop is,
Then
you are not.
I would like to move basically right next to Godoruk.
Okay.
And
10, 20. Yeah, you can definitely get go next to Godoruk. Okay.
Leif just looks at Nesnar. Might be a good time to surrender.
And he just goes, "No, boy. No." So, Asteria, spider above you once again goes to make a bite attack. And there's a 15 to hit.
No.
Nice.
Bears are tanky.
It goes to bite you again and misses. And that's its turn.
We'll get you, spider.
Bear. Can we get a bear sound for those words?
I don't know how to do bear. Ask Night.
Yeah, it's fine.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna multi-attack. 21 and a 22.
Those will both hit.
8 for the bite and another 8 for the claws.
Well, you only need the bite. As you once again move out of the way of its bite, you then crumb back on the spider's arm with your claw or with your sharp teeth, biting it, ripping its arm straight off of its body. And as you do so, the spider falls down on its face and begins to twitch as more green blood pours from this new hole that you've created with its missing leg, and eventually stops twitching as it's dead.
I'm going to take my movement towards Leif and Godoruk.
Okay. How much movement do you have in bear form?
40.
That should just about do it.
Right there.
I'll be still a little bit away though. But
No, you're right there.
About 10 feet away from you.
okay.
Yep.
And that is it for me.
Okay.
You didn't have any attacks left, right?
No, she actually does
You
have
have
an attack
one.
left. You
Yeah,
can
you have
attack
one
that
left.
spider. Mm-hmm.
Roll to hit.
I do?
Yeah, the
Mhm.
claw attack.
You have the claw
that's
attack.
right.
Because you only needed the bite to beat the first one.
So I'll reroll the. 15.
That'll hit.
Ooh. That's 14 damage with her claws.
And as you see this spider down your friend, you come behind it and dig your claws in deep to its backside and tear into it as you pull it back towards you and hurl it into the corner where it bleeds out and dies.
No polar stomping. Darn.
And she's just going to snarl at the drow.
Mm.
It's not a snarl.
Bears can roar. Come on.
Yeah, they can roar straight up.
I have people sleeping in my house. Droop.
Grr.
Meow.
Droop is seeing that Leif has left him and that he has no one else around him except for a giant bleeding spider, is going to take the disengage action and move back inside this room in the hallway.
I thought the door was locked.
It was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought
Never mind.
so.
He's going to try and get to the door, but the door won't open.
There.
My bad.
It's all right.
And that's Droop's turn. As
Top of the order.
you back to Nesnar, he is once again going to conjure a spell in his hand. And as he waves it over his face, he disappears.
I don't think you can do both. You can't take disengage and spell.
He doesn't have to disengage anything. There's nothing in his range of hit.
He just said stop.
Yeah, he still makes sound if he moves. So
Yeah.
Okay. And that's his turn. Bamir.
So those two spiders are still there where Droop was.
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to cast Shatter at the spot in between those two spiders.
Let's go.
So basically he creates a ball of sound by yelling into it, but nobody can hear anything. And he sends it in between the two spiders and it explodes in a cacophony of noise.
How
forcing
large
them
is
to
that? How large is that AOE?
It's a 10-foot
10 foot.
radius.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it hits both of those.
Yep.
They both have to make Constitution saves.
Okay. One is a 14, and the other is a 6.
Okay, the 14 succeeds, so he only takes 7. The other takes 14.
Okay. As you yell into this device and hurl your shatter across the room, and in the explosion of sound, rocks the one spider closest to you so badly that it ruptures its head, and green blood splatters everywhere around it, and its body falls limp on the floor. It is dead.
Turns around to Ashi and is like, is there a way you could take a second to get this shit off me? I know you're busy.
Godorek, you need to give me a saving throw. Keep in mind
Just
you're
roll better
already
than a 10.
down 1.
Oh, 15. Okay.
You make it. That is 1 success and 1 failure. Ashin, it's your turn.
Okay. I would like to move to the doors,
Okay.
and then I want to shoot the webbing that is restraining Bamir.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Oh, miss!
18.
That'll hit.
For 9 damage.
That's almost twice what you need, thank goodness. As you run over to the doors to
Right between his
block
legs.
anybody from leaving, you fire the arrow, going right between his legs and severing the web in multiple places as it skitters on the ground behind. Bamir sees
That's
the
the melee
webs
character.
fall away at your feet.
And then, can I use my bonus action in between my attack and my extra attack?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need someone ever.
So I'm gonna use my bonus action to move my hunter's mark to the remaining spider.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack it. Come on, big dice. I'll take my natural 20.
Nice.
Okay. 13. 27 damage.
And as you knock your arrow and pull back a little further, you feel the burn on the mark of Cheverash feel and feed into your bow. Your bow starts to glow almost unnaturally, a pale orange glow. And as you release the arrow, you see the energy that you felt flow into the arrow, igniting the tip of the arrowhead and hitting the spider straight in its center mass. And you see the spider's body begin to glow from the inside, almost like it's being cooked with your hatred. And it detaches from the wall and writhes in pain on its back until it stops moving. And it's dead.
I'm glad you didn't shoot me with that arrow.
Ashin spits on the floor. Come out, you coward! And that's my turn.
Okay. Leif.
So, question for medicine checks. If you do a medicine check on someone who's down, does that give them a save or just brings them to 1?
It stabilizes them.
Yes.
It brings them to 0, but they don't have to make any more death saves.
Correct.
Got it. As my bonus action, I would like to transfer Hex to Ashin.
Do you need to see an opponent to be able to transfer hex?
I mean,
It probably says that.
I can check.
Does
I
it
mean,
say? Because if it doesn't, can you transfer it to somebody if you know their last known location?
Let me just check. That you can see within range. Yeah. It's with,
Okay,
with
never mind.
Sight base.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I didn't do what I did. That doesn't really matter.
How's it gotta be me?
You're the one with the health. Been hit the most.
Ashin sneezes at the hex.
But disadvantage on con. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm not good at attacking. And then would like to do a
It's a good thing the spiders are dead.
Yeah, all the spiders are done. Not the spider. And would like to do a medicine check on Gutterick. Stabilize him.
Roll.
And I get no modifiers for this. Great. I got a 10.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Okay.
As you go down to look at Godoruk, you see the different effects that are upon him, and you do your best to just kind of put pressure on certain wounds and maybe bandage up another one just to kind of stop bleeding in a couple different places. And you see that his breathing, which was so shallow you could almost not detect it before, starts to get a little stronger. And breathing becomes a bit more regular as you've stabilized him.
Like, just seems relieved and then stands up and then draws Talon. And a little bit of dark energy goes from his hand to the hilt and just kind of literally just in his head asks his patron, "Do you know where he's at?" It just stands there.
You don't get a response.
I think so.
Asteria.
Asteria is going to drop bear form and she's gonna cast Cure Wounds on Godoruk. First level. He gets. Okay. He gets 10.
Nice.
I'll be back, baby.
As your bare form begins to shimmer in an ethereal green light, you regain your shape and hurry down to Godoruk and place your hands on him. And as you pour forth Cure Wounds, you can see that the work that Leif has done starts to become a bit better, and some of his wounds close and all of his bleeding has stopped. Any other actions?
It's just a bunch of dead spiders in here.
Okay.
I don't think I can do anything else.
Might
No,
be able to
it's
block
good.
the door or the hallway.
Yeah, can you get to the hallway so we can't escape? I don't know what your movement is. I think, what do you got, 30?
In regular form, yeah, I got 30. Yeah, I'll move to the doorway.
Okay. So you use 10 there, so 10, 20. I would put you right about here. Droop is kind of hiding still in the hallway. And
Flattened against the door.
he's kind of backed himself a bit further down the steps on this side so that he has a bit more line of sight to see if there's anything coming up behind you, and waits.
I like the vision casts. This is you're using roll 20, right? Like
Yep.
That's his vision that we can see. That's neat.
Yep, that's his vision you can see. Okay.
Body
Amir,
break.
it's your turn again.
Bamir is gonna move up to cover the door or the exit,
Okay.
and where we came from, not where Ashin is.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna make a perception check to see if I can figure out where the spider is, like
Okay.
if he moved, unless he didn't roll stealth. Because if he didn't roll stealth and moved, we know where he is.
Did roll stealth.
I will make a perception check. I got a 15.
1 second. Yeah. I'm just trying to look. You do not detect him.
Okay. Let's say, Godric, come over here. And look out for secret exits. Everybody else. And that'll be it. I
Okay.
think I had to use an action to make the stealth check. Or the perception check. I don't remember.
No, you can just make the check. You don't have to take negative direction.
Okay.
I mean, no, because it's just a check. It's fine.
Okay.
I won't charge you your action on that. Well, because that was what you were actively doing with your turn, though, was trying to find him, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll call
Wouldn't
that
that be
your
like a
action.
search
That's fine.
action?
Yep.
That would be a search action, yeah.
Yep. All right. Go. Goderick, you're up.
I will move to Pamir. Yeah, I got 40 feet of movement, so I will move that way.
Yep.
I just don't
And,
want to. Just want to make sure he doesn't get through this door. He can't go through us, even if he's invisible.
All right. And if there's anything else I really can do. I ready a javelin throw for if he starts trying to cast another spell.
Sure.
That's what I will do. I will ready a javelin.
So, question for your experienced spellcasters: does a cantrip count as a spell?
Yes.
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 Okay.
They
Yeah.
just are cast at will, and
Right.
they don't require a slot.
Okay. Fair enough.
So it would drop his invisibility.
Not necessarily.
Well, if
Oh yeah,
this-
casting is yes. It
Yeah,
does.
casting a spell will.
Sorry.
Okay. Ashin, your turn.
I am going to ready an attack for when the spider presents himself.
Okay. Leif.
Leif moves like 5 feet diagonally down left, kind of. Basically, so basically 20 feet on all sides is covered for like the walls to his right and bottom.
So you want to move.
So you're like across. You're perpendicular to.
Basically within
Wisteria.
20 feet to the north wall, west wall, anywhere to the east, and then to the south.
So
As long
like
as the north and
here?
west wall are. I'll see in a second. A little bit more north because that's outside 20 feet from the north and north
Okay.
wall.
So you
Like
want
as
to
long
move there.
the north and west wall are within 20 feet.
Okay.
Leif produces the scroll of fireball and kind of just like looks kind of near the corner of where Nesnar is. Look, we both know that we both can't survive this. Just surrender.
You hear no response.
Not the other spell I had. But that one. Leif just sighs and casts Ice Knife at the pillar. Like right where that like cross section is to the
Okay.
corner pillar.
Okay.
And I mean, I don't know if it's gonna hit anything. If not, there's still the AoE explosion.
As you shout into the void, hoping to persuade Nesnar to reveal himself and to surrender, you materialize another ice knife in your hand, and as you throw it at the pillar, it sticks, freezes a 5-foot section of the pillar, and then explodes in shards of ice everywhere, and they all fall to the ground. Nothing happens. Stereo.
I am going to move up like 5 feet.
Okay. Move up where?
Then, to the west,
Like move.
towards Leaf.
Okay, towards Leif. Okay.
And then she is going to cast Detect Magic,
Okay.
because it should pick up his spell.
Okay.
It is it's a concentration up to 10 minutes, and it is around me 30 feet.
Okay.
The casting time on it.
One action plus 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So that's you're just saying you detect any magic within that range?
You sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic.
Okay. So as you cast this spell, you begin to have kind of a hair stick up on the back of your neck. And you start to sense the aura of something. More towards... You know its exact location is what you're saying? Within 30 feet?
Yes.
Okay.
She would see a visible aura around it.
Right.
Mhm.
And you sense the aura of the black spider. But only you can see that, correct?
I believe
Yep.
so, yes. It doesn't say that in the description, but I'm just
You're
gonna assume,
detecting
like,
magic. So
Yeah, I
Yep.
can only assume it's just me.
But she
Okay.
can communicate where she sees it.
Sure can.
And she's gonna point right to him, right there.
Does that count as a reveal?
No.
well,
You could
I
you
can
could
tell
attempt
you-
to shoot where she's pointing, but it would be with
we know
disadvantage.
what square he's in, so you can attack it, but all your attack rolls have disadvantage, and he has total concealment.
Yeah,
Yep.
until it's broken.
Is
Yep.
she pointing forward or
can't-
towards the ground though? Because there's still more distance behind.
I'll be pointing straight ahead of me. I'm not
Okay.
gonna point my hand to the
That's-
ground.
It could be the pillar, or it could be basically anywhere between Mysteria and the corner.
Yeah. Because I can't. I would cast another spell, but I can't.
I'll aim at him at disadvantage.
Okay.
Find my dice now.
So that would be a 24 to hit.
With disadvantage.
I rolled a 16 and an 18, and I have a +8.
Dear God. You'll hit something.
For 13 damage.
As you take aim where Asteria's pointing, you draw back your bow and loose an arrow. And for an instant, you hear it sink into something, and you see a flash of the black spider, and he becomes invisible again.
He has to make a concentration check.
A concentration check
You
to
did.
maintain.
I did
Okay.
already.
Just
Hence why I
checking.
gave you the flare of the invisibility. Goderick, you ready to
Good thing
action
I
as
can
well,
see
though.
my arrow sticking out of him.
it becomes invisible.
It's
Because it's part of
visible
it.
with them.
Son of a biscuit.
Well, I will. I'll take my action. Disadvantage. That will be 18.
Seriously?
Yeah. 12 plus 6.
Sweet God Almighty! All right, throw your javelin, sir.
Is that a toss, or are you running in to hit him?
I'm throwing the
You're
javelin.
ready to
I got it
javelin.
ready when
Yeah, you're ready to javelin.
7 damage.
So. I gotta think about how I want to do this. Hold on. Okay. As you hurl this javelin straight into the same kind of space as you just saw him kind of revealed briefly, it catches your eye and immediately you throw your javelin in the same area. You stick a javelin right into his side, and as he becomes revealed, he pulls it out. And he's looking extremely poorly right now.
Be a good time to capture him.
I want his head.
Trying to take him alive.
Whose turn is it?
Don't need more. Drew?
Whose actual turn is it?
Not mine. Some dead
Just
last.
mysterious.
It was.
She just went.
I just went. Yeah.
It was
and then-
your turn.
So it's
No.
actually Godoric's turn.
It's
I had a
actually
ready to action.
It's
No.
actually Nesnar's
Yeah, I
turn.
had a ready action as well, yeah.
It's Bamir's.
No, it's
Mine?
Nesnar's turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
It's Nesnar's turn.
It's Nesnar's turn.
It's everyone's turn.
Okay. Well, now we know the initiative order. Either he's first or last.
He's been after Asteria every time.
But we don't know if that falls first or last.
Sure.
Doesn't matter
Correct.
anymore.
I mean, I got a 7, so.
He could have gotten a 5.
Could have.
Did you roll a 2?
Yes.
Nowhere to go but dead.
As Bamir and Lake just said to capture him alive.
I'm not happy with him right now. Kind of hurt.
You did cross slash his chest.
Only because he wouldn't leave willingly.
I took that damage in bear form, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need to utilize the temporary hit point thing more. Keep
You
forgetting
do.
that.
it's nice.
So we got 29, not 22.
I see the wheels turning.
The wheels are definitely turning.
As the green dragon
He's like,
rips
"Shit,
open the cavern
What do
wall."
I do?
I'm just trying to think, as Nesnar, what would you do? What would you do in this situation?
I mean, there's nowhere to go. We gave him the opportunity to leave peacefully. He turned us down, so
I mean, the Waybacker Cave is magical.
okay. That doesn't mean anything.
I mean, that means he's the DM.
That's not that magical.
Resurrect dead bodies. I mean, it's pretty magical.
It's fairly magical.
Yeah, but that's not under Nesnar's control.
Right?
Yep. If
Nesmar-
only
we
you
know.
had Misty Step.
Nesnar is going to, as he's standing there holding his side and his staff, look around at all of you with disgust and disdain. And he's going to look over at Ashin. And he's going to take his bloodied hand and reach out. And as you see him contort, he makes some type of a symbol, and darkness erupts on top of Ashin. And Nesnar runs into it.
Ooh.
We still know where he is. Unless he rolled stealth.
He rolled through. He
The
Can run
darkness,
through a
we can't
door.
see him.
and he's in darkness.
I am blocking the door.
That is a 10-foot square, and you can only block one door.
I am smack dab in the middle of both doors, sir.
You slender elf.
And I'm 5 feet wide, and he can't occupy my space without me knowing it. So I'm 5 feet of both doors. There's no way he's opening the door without me knowing.
I hate being last.
Murderberry, too much honey, went slow.
I'm not murder bear right now, though.
That's true.
Just remember, if he is moving stealthily, he has to move at half speed unless he's got a special ability. So, just
Sure.
throwing that out there.
Blaze cannot see in this darkness.
Not your darkness.
Well, I would have to be sorcery points to see in my darkness anyway. And we don't have a paladin to cast light.
Daylight.
You still don't know where he is if he's in the darkness.
We just
That
wanted
is
to-
correct. I don't know where he's at, but as long as I'm blocking the door,
Can't
Sure.
make it through the doors.
That's his
You
turn.
still know where he is. You just can't see him. There's a huge difference.
Bamir, it's on you.
would your fairy fire reveal him in magical darkness?
It would make him glow, but you wouldn't be able to see it.
A non-magical light cannot illuminate it, so no.
Well, fairy fire
yeah,
would be
fairy
an
fire is
Fire's
magical
magical light.
So,
but
Oh, yeah?
it's not.
It's around the object. The object is still in darkness, so you still wouldn't be able
Yeah.
to see it.
Yeah, the darkness spell kind of overrides it. So
Okay. I have an idea. It's okay.
I I'm going to So like did I hear him run?
Well, he cast a spell, so his invisibility dropped.
His visibility was dropped. You
Cast
just saw him
darkness.
run into the darkness.
Which is a 15-foot area.
Around the doors. Yep. Radius, a 15-foot radius around the doors.
Okay. I am going to tell Asteria to come take my place and then run to the door next to Ashin.
See where that's at? I guess you know
Huh?
where it's at.
you would know.
You already
Yeah.
know where it's at, so.
Hit
So
the
you're gonna-
wall at least.
So you're gonna
It's
run.
whack!
So
Here it
Bamir,
is.
You're gonna You're going to run into the darkness?
Yep.
Okay. You won't be able to see anything. How do we play that?
Feel for the wall.
Yeah, you would just
Yep.
run until he
just
bumps into me.
Going to the darkness, walking over to the other door.
Okay. As you walk through the darkness, you feel around you for anything as you can't see. And as you kind of hear Ashin call to you, you make your way to the voice and are able to find what feels like a door behind you.
Okay. And obviously I didn't run into the spider, so...
You didn't.
You haven't cast anything, right?
No.
Do you have any enough spell slots to bump me up a little bit?
Like heal up.
I'm at 12 HP.
I do.
If you need to
But-
save it, save it. I'm just
I've only got one left, so
okay. Save it. It's fine. We'll make this work. I apologize, sir, for what's about to happen.
I think life knows.
Okay. Go to Rock.
sure we're trying to take this guy alive. Hit it. Big stick.
Too risky for me to go in there swinging or throw anything in that direction.
We need you to block that space.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold tight right there, and I guess ready another javelin in case he comes out. And that'll be that.
Okay. Ashin, do your thing.
Oh no.
Oh no, he says.
I'm gonna look at Bamir. Well,
You can't see
Hear
it.
nothing.
look in the general direction of where he's at, and I'm just gonna say, I am very sorry. I
What?
owe you a drink,
What?
and I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hail of Thorns, and I'm going to aim my bow at Bamir.
What? I can't see anything, so
Bamir, I'm going to shoot you.
what?
I'm sorry.
Let's talk about this.
This is better than Leif casting Fireball in the darkness.
Okay.
And the next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, the spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from your ranged weapon or ammunition. Each creature within 5 feet must make a dexterity saving throw. The
Okay.
creature takes 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Okay.
Well, you have disadvantage on the roll.
I am aware.
And if he's not within 5 feet, nothing happens. Luckily,
I'm aware.
I gave you a con disadvantage, not a dex disadvantage. So also lucky on that.
So
So
that is
anything
an
within
18 to hit, Bamir.
I'm going to use cutting words.
You know,
does it have to hit me to have the
Yeah,
effect?
it
go
does.
It does.
Okay.
But you can still cutting words.
But then it won't hit him, so we won't have the effect, and I just
was that with
wasted a
this?
spell
You
slot.
rolled 18 with disadvantage. So you rolled 12.
Yeah, I rolled a 17 and an 11.
Bamir definitely
Okay.
might not want to get hit.
I'll take it. Jesus.
I really
This
like
is
the
gonna
cut-
suck.
the cutting words.
So,
How much damage do I take?
Bamir, you take 7 damage from the arrow, because I rolled a 2. And 10 damage if you failed the save from the Hail of Thorns.
I got a 14.
You made the save. So did I. So we both take 5 damage.
So you said how much from the first shot? 7?
Yeah, 7.
12 total.
Ow! You shot me! You really shot me!
I owe you a beer!
You owe me an arrow!
Sir, I will buy you the finest golden arrow.
Can he shoot you with it?
In your ass!
I will let you shoot me in the ass with an arrow when I'm not
What
wounded.
did you do that for? Ow! What the hell's on my shoulder?
Oh, Nesnar.
You will hear nothing. And Leif, it's your turn.
The darkness is still up, which means
Darkness
that-
holds for 10 minutes. And it's not concentration based at all.
Nope.
Wait, hold on. Darkness is concentration based.
No.
Nope.
Yes, it is.
Innate
it is.
spellcasting.
Oh, he has innate spellcasting, so he has innate darkness because he's a drow. That's right. Yep, my darkness has concentration. Okay. We've obviously heard the sounds from the darkness, and this kind of moves up next to Asteria.
All innate spellcasting means is it doesn't require any components.
Oh, so he does this concentration based.
There's nothing about this that says anything about concentration.
Well,
Is he casting
Darkness
the
is a concentration.
spell darkness
Oh.
as an innate ability?
Yes. Or no, it's an innate spellcast.
So
There's-
if it's
It
casting
says it's an
the
evocation.
spell,
10 minutes.
if it's casting
It's a concentration spell, though. The C.
spell
It's a concentration
darkness,
spell. Yeah.
This is. Where do you see that?
Does it say as in the spell darkness?
Yeah, it is the spell darkness, and it says
Control.
innate spellcasting means that he doesn't require any material components to cast the spell.
Sure.
But underneath the duration, there's a little C block, and that little black diamond with the C in it means concentration.
Okay.
So if he takes damage, he has to roll.
Why can't they just make that easy to see? For the love of God. All right, fair enough.
That's the black diamond.
Yep.
See,
Yep, let's go.
The
Okay.
darkness is still up though.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Mike just kind of walks next to Asteria. Should I just throw a fireball in there? I don't. What are we doing?
I'd rather not die. I will die if you throw that in.
You shot me and now he wants to burn me in a fireball?
I cast fireball.
I mean, technically,
spell.
save you after.
I just gotta wait till my turn.
Can you do a thing?
I can.
Okay.
I'm last.
They've just
You're next,
hears
to be
more of the yelling.
Leif, run in and try to grapple the guy.
Oh my god.
No, I can't. I
Run
can see
in and
my
out of
darkness,
his
not
range.
his darkness. Leif just
I
moves
thought you
over.
can just see in darkness, like in magical darkness.
No, that's the devil's sight for warlocks, which I don't have. I have to use sorcery points on my darkness to see my darkness.
Okay, I get it.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, Leif just waves it off and goes and stands next to Godoruk.
Lock the door.
While over there, he can cast message into that area though.
Yes.
Can't see me.
Well, it doesn't matter for message.
It's not a sight thing. I don't
No, messages in sight. You just have to know the person or have seen the person before.
If you're familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier, if it's like around a corner or something,
Oh,
it,
yeah.
it doesn't
Okay.
fall straight line. Yeah.
Who you gonna call?
I'll look to close their eyes.
Close their eyes.
All right.
I can only message one of them.
I can relay.
You can always yell that too.
But
Um,
wouldn't Nesnar
I don't
hear
know.
that?
You couldn't you tell Bamir and then Bamir could message me?
It's not
Anyway.
his turn.
That's on his turn.
True. I'm expecting Bamir to just punch me in the face.
Can't twin spell it?
No, it's cantrip.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
No.
that sucks.
Now we're spinning sorcery points.
Well, actually,
He could.
one for a cantrip. Yeah. Anyway, Leif is going to use a sorcery point to twin spell message and whisper to both of them. Close your eyes.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I am using the sorcery point, which you can do to twin for a cantrip, to target Ashin and Bamir, for them to just close their eyes.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, I'm blind anyway, but sure.
I messaged back. Got it. Closing my eyes now.
I did move
What
next
is going
to
on?
Godorok too.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Okay. What are you
Bamir,
doing?
I'm
Leif?
sorry I shot you.
Leif is just listening to Asteria.
Shut up, I'm
Okay.
trying to hear this guy.
It's my turn now.
Yeah, that's
You just
What's
told
the
them to
next-
shut their eyes.
I literally
That's,
used the
that's
sorcery
that's an
point.
action.
I moved next to Godorok and used the sorcery
It's
point to tell
actually-
them to close their eyes.
Okay, you moved next to Godorek, so you are now blocking this doorway. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha. Asteria, it's your turn.
Casting daylight on the darkness.
Hey!
So how does that work, though?
It gets rid of the
Is-
darkness.
Yeah, it dispels the darkness. A 60-foot radius sphere of light spreads out from a point you choose within range. The sphere is bright light and sheds dim light for an additional 60 feet.
Okay.
I don't like bright light.
So darkness is gone and bright light.
If any of the spell's area overlaps with an area of darkness created by a spell of 3rd level or lower, the spell that created the darkness is dispelled.
What if the darkness is an 8? What level is that at?
It's
It's at
still,
first level.
It's still a
Or
spell.
whatever the.
It's still a second level spell.
So it's 2nd level. Okay, got you.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
he's not casting anything over 3rd level. I hope. Jesus,
Fireball.
Fireball is 3rd level.
Okay.
Exactly.
You can't hide anymore, Spider.
So as you,
Well, that means I can see him now.
Yes, it does.
Asteria, you light up the room
Non-lethal
with a
damage.
blinding light. Does the light do damage or no?
No,
No.
No,
Yeah.
But the drow has some sunlight sensitivity, so I'm not sure what that does.
it doesn't affect it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure if daylight does.
Wait.
Sunlight.
Yeah, but
daylight is not sunlight.
No, I said daylight.
I said, but
Yeah,
he's
he's-
sensitive
No,
to
I wasn't sure if
sunlight.
daylight affects type.
He has a
sunlight.
sunlight sensitivity. But anyway, you don't know that, so shh. No metagaming. For the love of God.
They actually
you-
they said that.
Is you
It's not
cast,
Ashin just knows that because he knows about Drow.
but Ashin didn't say it. Shh.
Fair.
As the room illuminates, it dispels the darkness around, and Nesnar appears.
Yeah, I'd like to throw that javelin now.
Okay.
Non-lethally. I don't want to kill him.
Didn't you
Oh,
already
Told
do
me
that?
not to kill him. No,
He readied an action to throw a
I
javelin.
ready another action.
Oh, you got another action. Cool.
Yeah.
Correct.
And that will be 17 to hit
That will hit.
and 9 non-lethal damage. Aiming for his foot or something. I don't know.
That's
As as you
Throw the blunt end.
You can't
Yeah,
technically
yeah.
do that. If
Doesn't
by the
seem-
rules as written says you can only do that with a melee attack.
Yeah, you can only do that with a melee attack. If you throw that javelin
Okay, so
and
no
it hits
throw.
him, he's dead. What do you want to do?
Good thing we have cure wounds.
He'll be dead. He doesn't get saving throws.
He doesn't get saving throws.
Can we revive him?
No.
No, because it would.
Does anybody have a Revivify?
Okay, so-
Something?
We have a revive scroll, but we haven't identified it yet, and it's
Yes,
still
we have.
We have identified it, but
You
we don't
did
have
roll the
anybody that
hit
can use
already.
it.
I'm giving you this one time, just Godoruk. Are you throwing the javelin or not?
I'm throwing the javelin.
All right. Then you hit him as you see the room illuminated, the darkness dispelled, pushed back almost into the wall like it dissolved into the wall itself. You see Nesnar standing there behind Ashin. And as you throw this javelin as quickly as he becomes visible, he throws up a magic shield. Your javelin pierces straight through the shield and impales him through his chest onto the wall behind him. And he coughs up blood, slumps over, drops his staff. You hear it clank on the floor. And he just hangs there, lifeless. At that point, Ashin and Bamir, you can hear footsteps approaching from behind the doors that you are currently blocking.
And are we still in combat time?
Yep.
Oh, then whose turn is it?
It is your turn.
I am going to use my item interaction to crack open the door.
Okay. Bamir, as you crack open the door, you see bugbears rounding the corner of a hallway.
Bugbears.
How many?
What was that?
I can't see, but a bunch of them.
Oh, I'm
What
sorry.
was that?
Hold on, let me look at let me see what you can see. Sorry. These are two separate screens. Give me 1 second.
Hmm.
There, you guys should be able to see now.
I can only see a couple.
Barricade the door.
I will use my. Can you move it down a little bit? Sorry, or
That's
Move
it.
it
That's
so I
really
can-
all it is.
Mm.
This is a hallway.
Well-
That's the end of the hallway. That's all you can
Okay.
see.
well, like I'm trying to see how far away they are from the end of the hallway, so I can see if I want to
They are
like because I'm going to
they're-
cast
they're-
Shatter.
It's a 10 foot square. That's the hallway. There's 10 feet in front of the door that they are not occupying, and then there is 10 feet of the square that they are in. You can see the back of the wall. That's it.
Okay.
20-foot hallway.
So does the hall go?
It's a T, so you can see
Okay.
and you can see a T.
And can I see which way the bugbears are coming from?
Yeah, they're rounding the corner. If from your vision, it would be from your left, from the left side of the hallway.
Okay, I'm going to cast Shatter on basically on top of that bugbear on the left. That's closest to me, I guess.
Okay. I have to pull up and see what you can see. Okay. Yep. I got you. The guy rounding the corner. Yep.
Yeah. So anybody within 10 feet of that has to make a Constitution save.
Okay.
DC 14.
One second. Okay. Is it Constitution?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, they're trying to, I make that ball of sound explode right in front of that bugbear, and they're basically trying to withstand the force of the sound that's coming from that point.
Okay.
So
Okay.
any of them that failed their save take 14 damage, and those
Okay.
that succeed take 7.
As you peek through this hole and you see the bugbear round in the corner, and you use your shatter to blast sound, you can see all of the bugbears in your vision are blasted back and feel the full force of this spell. They're still alive, but they are all bleeding from the ears, from the nose, from the eyes, and looking a little worn.
I say, your master is dead. Lay down your arms and you may live.
One of them calls back to you. What do you mean? The master's dead.
The spider has been killed.
He kind of looks around him for a moment.
Only death awaits you here.
And with that, you see all the bugbears in your vision recede and retreat. And we are now out of combat.
Okay, I want to go and check the spider and make sure he's actually dead.
Okay.
And I will attempt to stabilize him if I can.
As you approach Nesnar, hanging by his center upper mass, javelined to a wall, you reach in and see if you can detect any type of a pulse or breath, and his body is lifeless.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. He deserved more than death to pay for his crime.
Leif lets out a sigh and it looks like the doppelganger is still frozen in place, I assume, right?
Yep.
He very gently touches their face and then casts Eldritch Blast on the center of the statue, or the frozen. Break it.
As you do,
Yeah.
you see a purple light materialize and then blast completely away the frozen statue that formerly was the doppelganger. And as you do, you hear Droop yell from down the hall, "Hey! What was that?" And he walks up the stairs and he's completely covered in doppelganger guts that have been unfrozen by your blast. God!
Oh,
Ugh,
Oh,
why? So gross. This is worse than perp.
Hurry, Droop.
Ashin takes his last healing potion and offers it to Bamir for the arrow incident.
Mir swipes it and gives him an angry look.
Leif,
Downs it.
Leif goes over and tosses Ashin his healing potion, and this is for the hex.
And then Ashin's gonna walk over to the dead body of the black spider, and I'm gonna put my bow away and pull out my longsword, which I haven't used in forever. Wait, do I have it on me? I do have it on me. And I'm gonna make an attempt to cleave off his head.
I have an axe for that.
Wait, what?
What is with you guys and heads?
What are you doing?
Christ.
Are you trying to cleave off the spider's head?
No, Nesnar.
I'm gonna stop you for a minute and say, hold on.
Ashin, give me a
I stopped him.
give me a Constitution save.
Four.
4. Ouch.
Bamir, give me a strength contest between you and Ashin.
Oh, do I need to? Do I
Yes,
need
so
to
roll
roll for this?
strength. Yep. Strength v strength.
I got a 15.
17.
I'm rolling cutting words.
You're not
There we
rolling
go.
cutting words.
This is an ability
Aw.
check.
Strength
Ability
v
check, though.
it's a strength v strength.
It's an ability check.
We're not in combat. It's strength v strength.
It's not a combat thing.
Cutting words is outside combat too.
Yeah.
I'm the DM. I'm
Just
telling
let
you,
it
you
happen.
cannot use
DM
it.
rules.
DM does roll.
Cannot use it right now. It's just pure strength. Ashin, as you say this out loud, you feel the mark of Chevrash once again burn deep into your flesh. You feel the burn up into your arm and ignite the core of your being, and you're unable to resist as you go to reach over and grab the hair on the drow's head. You feel Bamir tug at your shoulder and try to pull you back as you basically shove off his arm and take your sword and slice Chevrash's head clean off. You stand there holding it, looking back at Bamir, and I want you to give me another Constitution save, Ashin.
That's another 4.
I need you to make an attack roll against Bamir.
It's a 17 again.
Can I use cutting words now?
Nope.
Are we
Oh,
in
and I
combat?
take damage.
It's
Are we,
okay.
like in combat?
This is not in combat.
I would like to cast Thorn Whip to restrain Ashin. If I see him going to attack Lemire.
Thorn Whip isn't a reaction, though.
No, it's a cantrip.
Ooh.
Cutting words is a reaction.
This is not a combat.
He's attacking me. We're in
Let
combat.
it happen. Stop. Let it happen.
I can cast Featherfall.
As Ashin goes... Styria, give me an attack roll then. Give me an attack roll.
Hey, he's got to do damage.
She's attempting to restrain me.
Yeah, that's all she's doing. She's just attempting to restrain him.
Attack roll.
Hold on.
Roll to hit.
Math, okay. 21.
Yeah, that hits.
Ashin, as you turn and go to punch Bamir in the face with the hilt of your sword, Thorn, the whip without the thorns, grabs your hand and stops you mere centimeters from Bamir's nose. And you look over at Asteria, and you feel the mark of Chevrash burn hotter. And as you can't contain the rage, you bring both of your hands to your sides and scream out to the gods in anguish. And the feeling leaves you. You fall to your feet. And you're drained momentarily.
Anybody want to explain to me what the hell just happened?
That's what I'd like to know.
Do you like to explain, Ashin?
I have no words.
You better find some.
Be another one of those doppelgangers, and he's gonna point his axe toward him.
Bamir, give me an insight check.
I got a 5. I'm too pissed off.
Yep.
What the hell's wrong with you? You just tried to attack me. Thank you, Hysteria. What the hell, man? I was gonna see if
Or I'll
we
answer
could
for you.
find some stuff on this guy, but now there's blood all over it.
Ashin, as you look down at your hands and the head of Nesnar, you see next to you, back between you and the body, that a key on a chain had fallen when you severed his head from his neck.
I'll pick up the key and I'm just I can't really make eye contact with Bamir. I'm very ashamed right now. But I'm gonna turn my arm over, and underneath the bracers, I'm just gonna peel back some of like the buckling so that he can see the mark that's like embedded in my wrist.
It still has a faint glow.
The hell is that?
You're half elf, right?
Yeah.
Make a history check.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Make a history check. Absolutely.
I got a 17.
Bamir, you recognize that as the mark of Chevrash.
The elvish
You are-
god of vengeance.
You are quite familiar with how Chevrash was in a constant fight against the Drow, specifically for his life and until his death, and waged war against Lolth. and ultimately
Do I
help to
know-
drive them back to the Underdark.
Do I know anything about what this particular mark does?
No. You just recognize the mark itself.
Is there a roll I can make to try and figure that out?
Not currently.
Okay.
When we were beneath the mansion in Phandalin, I picked up a coin out of the Nothic's treasure chest. And it immediately was absorbed into me. And ever since then, I've been having visions and a persuasive presence of Chevrash in me. Almost like I'm being guided. I am truly sorry that I attempted to strike you. I was hot with Chevaras's rage. And he's going to
Amirs-
apologize again in Elvish.
Amir, as you look at Ashin closer, you can see when he says he's hot, you can literally see him pouring with sweat. His clothes are physically soaked at this point.
This a path you've chosen for yourself?
I can't say yes or no. Because to say no is to turn my back on the history of my people and the struggles that we've gone through. But to say yes is to let go of my own will over my life. And
Well,
I don't want to be anybody's slave. But my people, my village, we are due our vengeance.
if you say no, then it doesn't mean that you can't find closure. But if you say yes, then it means I can't trust you. Because next time something like this happens, there could be a knife at my back. Or Asteria could not be here to stop you. Or maybe not be able to. If you want help, it's here. We've been journeying for some time together.
I think
And if there's something that can be done to bring closure to what happened with your village, then by all means, let's find it. But going down this road means that you're losing control of yourself. And if you don't have control of yourself, there's no. It's very difficult to work together.
I understand. I don't. In the interest of our party, I would like to find a way to maybe remove it if we can. Or at least find a way to control the rage that I'm feeling. And it's not all the time either. It's
That's good.
when I get very emotionally excited, it tends to come out a bit.
Well, if you
what I
would
really-
like
I
to
want to find
find
a
a
priest
way,
of
we can-
Cheveresh first, if we can.
if we can find a way to control this power, then that's great. And I will do whatever I can to help. You've been a good friend in the time that we've known each other. Admittedly, it hasn't been very long. But I'm not the kind of man that's going to leave something like this alone.
I understand, Vamir. Oh, Ashin, I hold out the bloody key. This fell off his neck.
Amir's gonna grab it from the
Maybe-
cleanest part of the lanyard. Which
Do you want me to? Do you just want me to carry it? I'll carry it.
Leif casts Mage Hand, and the hand kind of comes over and opens the palm up to put the keys in.
Oh,
And I'm sorry I
okay.
bloodied his corpse, so I'll go ahead and thumb over it for you. Goderic, will you just hold this head for a minute? And Ashin's gonna like roll it across the floor at Goderic, and then
I'll grab it.
go
By the
to
hair.
to searching Nesnar's body. Oh, and who wants the staff? Does anybody want this? Ashin like points at it.
Let's figure out what it is first.
I'll carry it for now.
The key that you take appears to be an iron key with the head shaped like an anvil.
You want to try that on that door we found back
Bad.
there?
The plan. Leif, with Mage Hand, takes it over to the door to unlock it.
Do I find anything else on Nesnar's body?
You do not find anything else on Nesnar's body. But now that you are no longer in combat, you take a look more so around the room. And you could see where Nesnar had first stood. There seemed to be a table with various items on top and around that you go to investigate.
All right.
Peering over the table, you see that it's strewn with notes and different maps that are showing Nesnar's efforts at exploring the mine so far. Amid the moving and shuffling around of papers, you see that a few were covering a leather sack.
All right. Let's take a look.
The sack contains basically all of the not nailed down pieces of loot or treasure that Nesnar's been able to find thus far in his expeditions of the mine. Consists of various coins, some gemstones, and a dwarven-made ale mug that you would assume would be made of some type of more refined metal.
Okay.
As you stand at this table, you now take more attention to a statue that is the focal point of this temple. Someone want to give me a history check?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not my forte.
Fine. 25.
Okay.
Got a nat
Okay.
20.
Nice.
Okay.
Asteria, despite being from the Fae, you still have a bit of knowledge of the different gods of some of the other races that you've come in contact over the years, especially being kind of more of a devout servant to a goddess yourself. And you very quickly surmise that the statue depicts Dumathoin, the dwarven god of mining. The statue is masterfully carved. It has, wonderful depictions of kind of a pickaxe and a shovel kind of crossed across his chest. There's very ornate looking armor of dwarven make that has been carved out of this stone, almost so real that you feel like you could pluck it off its body. And as you raise your eyes a bit higher to see the crown on his head, you see that the eyes are made of emeralds the size of your fist.
Those look expensive.
Yeah, they're also in the statue of
They're in
God.
the
I
statue.
think
I
that
have a
we should
hammer.
leave them there.
Yes, you should leave them there. She will go to explain why who the god is obviously very important to the dwarves that were here trying to find stuff in this cave. So we should leave it be.
Fair enough.
That means this place was probably originally a shrine
Mm-hmm.
to Wallen. Is it?
Dumathoin.
Let's go check that room out.
Is there? Does it look like this like this shrine or whatever has been like defaced or something with purpose,
Not at all.
or?
Yeah, did Nesnar like try to ruin the shrine or?
Not at all. Aside from webs that you see up in corners that you quickly surmise are the efforts of spiders hiding themselves and making themselves comfortable within the room guarding Nesnar, no, there are no defacements, no trying to carve out any of the etchings or erase any of the history of the room. It was literally just a room that he was using as kind of a base within the cave itself.
Shane's gonna I'm gonna get up and kind of walk after Leaf to make it to the door to that other room because my interest is piqued.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll head over there too.
I as well.
I'm gonna reach out for the head again.
Sheen, you scoop up the head on your way to the door. As you all kind of make your way to the door and are standing around, you turn the key and open the door. And as you do, a fireball consumes you all TPK. I'm just kidding. As you open the door,
I'm definitely dying at that point.
as you open the door, you see that this seems to be a master miner's quarters. There's a table, it's old and dusty. There's a brazier set alight, illuminating the entire room. And on a bed, far back at the end of the room, you see a dwarf, unconscious or asleep.
Leif goes
When
over.
it's oh god.
Leif goes over to the dwarf and puts his hand on his shoulder and gently kind of shakes it, and then in dwarvish says, "Andro, it's time to wake up."
As you do, this dwarf, please don't take me, please don't take me, please don't take me. Who in the bloody hell are you?
Leif continues to speak in dwarvish. "My name is Leif. Your brother Gundren hired myself and the party behind me, and we saved you. And Nesnar, the spider, is dead."
Asheen holds up the head.
Yes.
He kind of sits half up in bed and looks over. All right then. Can we get the hell out of here?
Yeah, we can.
Can I tend to my wounds for a moment?
I gave you a healing potion.
Cool. I'm gonna drink it. What is that? 2d4 plus 2.
Did the spider stay in this room too?
No, they locked me in here. I've been here a long while. They were trying to see what I knew about the cave, and after I gave them my maps and kind of the knowledge that I had, which isn't much. I mean, cave hasn't been explored in centuries, but here we are.
Well,
Did you
you
s-
can tell us anything else when we reunite with you with Gundren.
You see,
Let's get
you
you
see
out of here.
Gundren. What about Thardan?
At this point, Leif kind of looks down and says in dwarvish, "I'm really sorry."
I didn't think he was going to make it with.
We can't hear you.
I didn't think he was going to make it with the Ogus. But we'll pour one out for him when we can. Let's get back to Gundren. At least I still have one of my brothers. And he's
You
going
can
to
pour one out right now if you like.
He's
Asheen
gonna-
pulls up the bottle of the good stuff.
He kind of shuffles his feet off the bed and kind of stands himself up and pulls his clothes, which are just basic kind of garments at this point, some basic trousers and a shirt. Gonna dust himself off, walks straight over to you. "Thank you kindly." Grabs it, takes 2 big glugs. His nose starts running. He's just getting tears in his eyes. Yep, I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Pamir's just gonna do a quick investigation around the room to see if he can find any more of the spider's belongings.
You look around this, and again, aside from, Nundro, there's really nothing in here save just the, old desk in the brazier.
I'm just looking for anything about his operations or whatever, because
Everything that you collected back on the table in the main room at the base of the shrine is what you had, and really all of it was around maps within the cave and of the Wave Echo Cave. He had seemingly mapped a significant portion of the cave.
okay.
Leif looks at Bamir. Just had a thought, real quick. Did the spider control all the zombies and stuff we fought?
I wouldn't think so.
Okay. Well, we have a thing that lights on fire in the main hall, and I just remembered it.
And I'm hurting.
Same. A lot.
I assume
Can
it
we
doesn't
lock
look-
this door and take a rest?
You do have the key.
I can't hear you.
I said you do have the key.
We should probably get back to Gundren as soon as we can, though.
Short rest.
At worst case, we can sneak by. There was 2 entrances to that hall that our Godoruk tossed into,
Aye.
so we can take the other entrance. But we should probably get back to Gundren right now.
So maybe a short rest then.
That's an hour.
I think we should just go.
Yeah.
Okay. I drank the healing potion and rolled 2 1s, so I gained 4 HP.
I'm at 10. He's at 11. You're, huge damage dealers. Kind of hurt.
Listen, I only got 4 slots left.
Can we lock the door and take a
Okay.
long rest?
No.
No, we should get to Gundren.
I wouldn't be comfortable with a long rest in here.
We'll get to Gundren, and then we can take a rest after that.
I mean, it's just one skull. You brought it down in one hit last time.
Then
That can cast fireball.
that doesn't have to
Exactly.
see us.
I
In
mean,
worst case, Bamir can take care of it with silence.
We can cross that bridge when we get to it, but I agree with
Okay.
Leif. We need to get back.
Let's
As you have been
Let's
make
talking,
like
get out of
trees and leaf.
which way are you going to go?
We can.
Back the way we came. We know there's bugbears going the other way.
Leif would actually like to lead this because of his dark vision of 120 feet.
Okay. Which way would you like to go?
Let's go back the way we came and then cross that river, the one to the south. And I think there was an entrance that went back into the forge area. At least it looks like where it went.
So you want to do what now?
Go out to the east and then south across the river,
Okay,
a
so
little stream.
all right.
And I will shape water to freeze over it.
Okay.
Probably more difficult than the ice.
Love it. Hold on.
Struggling there.
When we get to that area, Ashin just looks at, he takes a look at Nesnar's head and throws it into the pit.
As you throw the head, it rolls down the side, across the base, and deluges into the water and begins to float downstream.
Good riddance.
Leif looks across the ravine to the little chasm to the little opening in the wall. I think that looks like the same kind of thing as the canal. Looks like the same type of stone.
Okay, so you are.
Can you use shape water to make steps out of the ice?
Not really. I mean,
You're trying to come
kind
this
of.
way, is what you're saying?
I'm sorry, you cut out.
I said, are you trying to go across the river this way?
To the east.
to the east.
So
Yeah, up through that little
down
channel.
into the down into the cavern and then back up. So we'd have to climb.
That's fine. As you make your way across this first part of the stream and assess your decisions, you hear the sound of footsteps once again. There are a lot of them this time. And
what-
from
Nope.
around the corner to your right, you hear a familiar voice. Hurry up, lads! We've got to save me brother. I don't know if they're in there still, but I am tired of fucking waiting. You see torches illuminate hallways, and you hear more and more footsteps. And then you see Gundren round the corner with what appears to be at least 10 of the guards at Phandalin.
Oh. Thank heavens.
Nundro sees Gundren right away, and with his little dwarf speed, sprints over and embraces him heartily. Gundren, you ballsy son of a bitch! You came in here looking for me after we almost got cut down by ogres, and I was abducted by a spider. Fucking love you, brother. Gives him a big old kiss on the cheek and a hearty pat on the back. Hey, look who it is. Grew his spine for once. Gundren just looks at him. You cheeky mother. Listen, if we didn't share the same mother, you'd be in trouble. Come on, let's get back. He basically motions for you to go back the way. Cleared the way for us.
Which way is he wanting next to go?
To the east. The way you
To
came.
the west.
Yeah, let's just go
Yeah.
the way we.
Let's follow them.
Gundren is able to safely lead you to the mouth of the Wave Echo Cave. Where your cart is. He had apparently, after seeing the death of his brother, detached the horse, rode all the way back to Phandalin at breakneck pace to bring aid.
Wow. Okay. Well, thanks for bringing all these people. I guess we, did you run into any bugbears?
Oh, aye. There's 5 of them. Cut them down, though.
Oh,
Seemed a bit spooked.
Yeah. We ran them off. Well, I did.
That would explain it. Didn't quite understand why they were bleeding from their ears.
Bamir yelled at them.
Really, really loudly.
Please don't yell at me.
Gundren,
Right,
I
so
got
should
the
we
good
get
stuff.
the hell out of here?
Yes, let's leave, but I got the good stuff. You want some?
Oh, aye.
Yeah, I think we could all use a little bit of rest.
I'm taking a nap on the cart on the way back.
There's a dead body in there.
That's fine.
As you assemble,
Okay.
the knights bring you all fresh horses
Oh.
and accompany you back to Phandalin. where we will pick up next time. GG, crew. You
Boom.
did it! You did it! What's going on, Diana?
Tricksy drow.
Man, that got heavy.
I didn't want to kill him, but I had to.